If you're a native populancer to Oregon, you're going to want to pay attention to this because you don't want to come across this little creature critter, and I'm going to tell you why. This is the harbinger slug, and it is native to Indonesia. And the Department of Agriculture, Migration, and Family Adoption Services in the U.S. is trying to figure out and get to the bottom of how they even got over here. The current speculation is maybe they came over on the landing gear of an aircraft carrier, or a smuggler put one in and sold his boot and got it over here on an airplane. So they're trying to contain them now for Oregon, but they breeded it quite quickly and have spread throughout the whole state. The reason why you don't want to come across one is it's not a huge deal and they're not dangerous or they're not going to kill you. But if they get into your bare foot or into your bare ankle, they will get into your skin, swim up your bloodstream all the way to your lips. And so they'll live in there and look like you have lip filler, like my lips are nice and plump. And so they're kind of nice actually, but it will live in there for the rest of your life because they can't extract them. So you would just have to get used to it.
This is the scariest thing that can happen when staying in a hotel. The guest heard a strange noise at the door and noticed a black ring slowly moving. When he looked through the peephole, there was no one outside. He kept watching patiently, and when the ring latched onto the doorknob, he couldn't help but shout out loud.
Oi!
Turns out the thief was trying to use a magnet, a ring, and a rope to unlock the door. So, is the deadbolt really secure? One landlord demonstrated the answer. Using a bent wire, he unlocked a deadbolted door in less than 2.5 minutes. Some doors also have security chains, which may seem protective, but in reality, even a rubber band can easily bypass them. So when staying at a hotel, always stay vigilant. You can use a door wedge for extra security and keep your valuables well hidden. Only then can you sleep soundly.
This woman passed away a few hours after this photo was taken when she flew to Turkey for a mommy makeover. 38-year-old Kaydel Brown flew from the UK to Istanbul with her sister Leanne, and she had a procedure done at Clinic Expert. Her procedure included a tummy tuck, liposuction, and BBL. The entire process leading up to the surgery was perfect. They even offered a discount for Kaydel, and that's what made her want to do her surgery here. But things took a turn a few hours into the surgery when the doctor came out and told her sister that Kaydel was dead. This is the doctor that performed her surgery, and she said that with these types of procedures, it is very high risk. Now, you would think that things could not get worse, but when Kaydel's body was brought back to the UK, the coroner told her family that large parts of her organs were missing, such as her brain and her heart. During an interview, the sister said that legally they couldn't do anything and that the clinic was allowed to take the organs if they wanted to.
They returned her body, they'd kept pieces of her heart and her intestines.
How hard was that to hear?
Baby, I don't think it was allowed, but they said it's legal, they can take what they want. I thought you'd have to ask at least permission from family before you took anything, but they sent a death certificate straight away and just put no, there's not even a cause of death.
But a lot of people believe that her organs were removed to sell them.
Digital ID must be accepted by U.S. citizens by 2028 or risk exclusion from society. Christian, are you going to be ready to stand up and...
The Freemasons were never just builders, they were gatekeepers, archivists, hoarders of ancient truth. Inside the archives, you will not find speculations, you will find proof. History is a fabrication. Proof that civilizations more advanced than ours have risen and fallen, buried beneath layers of deception. And to ensure the truth never reaches those who are meant to forget. Secrets of architecture, sacred geometry, and energy manipulation were not just used to build temples, they were used to alter the fabric of reality itself. Buried in the archives are the real timelines, the history that has been erased. The ancient civilizations that surpassed modern technology, destroyed, covered up, and rewritten as myth. The true origin of mankind, not a random evolution, but a designed creation for a purpose we were never told.
If I right now decided that I wanted to play Monopoly with you, and for 400 rounds of playing Monopoly, I didn't allow you to have any money, I didn't allow you to have anything on the board, I didn't allow for you to have anything. And then we played another 50 rounds of Monopoly, and everything that you gained and you earned while you were playing that round of Monopoly was taken from you. That was Tulsa, that was Rosewood. Those are places where we built black economic wealth, where we were self-sufficient, where we owned our stores, where we owned our property, and they burned them to the ground. So that's 450 years. So for 400 rounds of Monopoly, you don't get to play at all. Not only do you not get to play, you have to play on the behalf of the person that you're playing against. You have to play and make money and earn wealth for them, and then you have to turn it over to them. So then for 50 years, you finally get a little bit and you're allowed to play. And every time that they don't like the way that you're playing, or that you're catching up, or that you're doing something to be self-sufficient, they burn your game. They burn your cards. They burn your Monopoly money. And then finally at the release and the onset of that, they allow you to play and they say, okay, now you catch up. Now at this point, the only way you're going to catch up in the game is if the person shares the wealth, correct? But what if every time you share the wealth, then there's psychological warfare against you to say, oh, you're an equal opportunity hire. So if I played 400 rounds of Monopoly with you and I had to play and give you every dime that I made, and then for 50 years, every time that I played, if you didn't like what I did, you got to burn it like they did in Tulsa and like they did in Rosewood, how can you win? How can you win? You can't win. The game is fixed.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm going to have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints.